lurkers out there. I have to wait for all the, for the 39 seconds to go down because my grandson has a program that tells how many lurkers that a Twitch page has, and turns out I've got about, well, it's more than 1,000 in any case. I hope that some of them start to come out into the open and give me maybe even give me a subscription, who knows. But in any case, I'm just glad that they enjoy the game. Okay, I'm going to go here and start. There, we clicked it, create a game, and here we go. We're playing somebody rated a little bit more than 2,000 here. Why don't we just play this King Gambit thing here. Now this bishop on that, if the bishop comes out here, that pin's not very effective, so I want to castle, I'm going to bring him to here. Now if he takes that pawn, when this pawn comes up, I retake with the bishop, so it's not really very good move to take with that pawn. That's not a big deal. I just go ahead and block him out of there. I don't know why some people try to do that. Now I think I have a pretty strong king's position over here. The rook comes up and that's not a problem either. Now he's going to castle on the queen side apparently, so let's just try something tricky here. Now this would be a good time for him to take the pawn because the bishop's right there. I kind of like lose a move. I did that to pressure him a little bit more over here, make him think a little bit before he castles. No, I don't mind taking that. Wherever he retakes, on the diagonal, they're just biting down on this pawn here. And, okay, he retook with that. Oh, if I had some good ideas, I would do them, but right now, I don't want that knight to advance. I'm going to stop him from advancing, and this pawn is protected with this bishop. He's playing very, very well. I really don't think I'm in a big danger over there, though. At this point, I think it's better to bring the rook over here to give my king a flight square in any eventuality. He thinks I'm going to retake with the pawn, but I'm not. I'm going to retake with this. If he attacks me with the bishop, I take him with my knight. Okay. Is that queen going to do me any good over there? I think I might need the queen. I think I'm going to need this queen more for defense right now than attack. He's got a pretty strong position over there, so bringing the queen over here. This is a horrible position to be in with the queen in front of the king like this. I won't want to take that pawn right now. Now, would like to bring the king here, but then he puts me in check here. I need to get this knight out here first. That attacks the rook, and I really didn't like this pawn here where he was going to take this pawn with his pawn. It's kind of nice to get that pawn like out of there and block off that file like I was talking about against an attack against my king. This pawn here is pretty strong. Now I think the best thing for me to do, well, now I could, this is a tough one. I guess I'll just block him. You see, I can fork him. And if this pawn is forking the knight and the rook. So that's not a big problem. I could just take there. Now, did he take with the queen or the pawn? This is a big decision. I think retake with the pawn, and the king in any case can come here, and the rook will come over. I'm going to force his bishop back because I have that pawn very well protected there. He's going to take that with his... I'm going to simplify. He's thinking about taking that pawn. If he takes that pawn, I'll take his knight. And that's an interesting move. I can force him out of there. Oh, wait. That is a queen right there. Now I can force him out. I've only got a minute left on my clock. I got to be careful here. I'm forcing out his rook, and I'm going to trade off now. I'm going to trade queen and a bishop for a queen and a knight. He cannot bring his rook back there because I'll just take him. He'll have to bring his rook. He'll probably bring it back to here, in which case I'll just do the trade. That was interesting. Now I still have the option to do the trade, but I'll just do it one move later after I retake with the knight, activating the knight. I've got 55 seconds. And there's no way he can go anywhere. I'm just going to do the trade, check. And then I'm going to take him check. And now I'm just going to clean up the board with my queen. Who knows if he's going to resign? He might decide to play this out thinking that I'll be slow. I'm not going to be very slow though. I don't think so. I've only got 47 seconds. I'm going to put him in check here. I got to play fast now. I'll put him in check here. If he advances the pawn, I take that pawn. I don't know why I missed the move there. Okay, now I can pin that pawn. I got 30 seconds. I should be able to do this, no problem. I don't want to lose my knight unnecessarily. I might need him for a quick checkmate. The important thing now is not to get a stalemate. But he's got lots of places to go over here. Okay, check. Check. As long as I check him every time, I can't get a stalemate. Check. That's checkmate. 14 seconds left. Okay, not bad. Let's look at the analysis board. That's a good thing I like about Lichess. They got this free analysis. You don't have to pay anything. Everything's free on Lichess. As soon as my lurkers come out and start subscribing, I'm going to donate to Lichess. Everything's free, but it's really nice to donate. So and I've got that on, that shows the next best move. Okay, so let's take a relook at this game. That guy's rated 2,000 something. You can see that he was a little bit ahead in the beginning, which is, you could almost call it normal. in a lot of cases for the King's Gambit, because it's an attacking game. Black might get a little position and then suddenly you attack strong. Okay, so that's the King's Gambit. You can already see the exclamation point and the question mark, like, what are you doing? But for a 5-minute game, I believe it's a very strong game. Another question mark, but we'll see it. It's all going to turn out okay. He got, I should show you the whole board here. He got an early check in, but didn't do him any good, really. The Lichess told him that he should go there. I don't see that as a huge problem. You can see they're telling me to bring my knight out. I don't like to block those pawns with my knight. A lot of question marks on my moves. But, you know, we really, and you see, right now we're almost even. There's a little dot there. We have almost an even game with black. But the thing is, and I did that because I didn't want that knight to advance. The thing is, now he's doing an attack over there, and I wanted to develop that knight. Now they were saying me to take that, but I didn't want to take that because he can retake with that and screw up my pawn position really bad. I prefer this pawn there to protect against that rook coming down into the corner. Now, double question mark. Wow. But I thought it was better to bring the queen over into this position. And you see, if you look at the graph here, we're not doing so bad. I mean, they're giving me all these question marks, but we're not down that much. Whatever that is, 1.5. 1.5 is not very much in a 5-minute game. You can always come back from that. And we're just having fun anyway. But okay, so that was a good move. I really like that move. He retook there. I closed off this file, like I said. And then I suddenly now, well, let's see when I jumped up. Okay, I jumped up. He should have brought his knight back to there. He didn't. He brought his knight to there. And I suddenly, you can see on the graph, I jump way up with the... And it was just a complicated game enough where, you know, I was able to do these things. Why? Because I was playing a little bit down, but it was a complicated game, so he ended up screwing up. And there Lichess was actually telling me to do the same move that I did. Because now I can take the rook, which I did. He takes that. I retake with the knight, and now I'm going to trade off. Oh, wow. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad move either, but it was just really good the way I did too. When you're playing these fast games, it's really good to just simplify really fast. And, well, we know how this turned out. I just took all his pawns, making sure I don't lose pieces. And then when I moved there, I made sure first that he had a place to move because I don't want to stalemate him. And now I just check him every time because we're playing a fast game. And don't know why I won that game. I guess he resigned. Oh yeah, black resigned. It was going to be, how'd that work? Let me see. He moved there and I was going to put him in check right there, or like they're saying right there. You can checkmate him in a lot of different ways. So that was a lot of fun, and see you next time. See you guys around and come out of the lurking. You guys, I can't believe I have 1,000 lurkers and you guys just don't come out into the open. I'm going to unstream this thing now.